in you. And God, the God that is within you, was in there before you was even mother, before you were even in your mother's womb. God said He knew you before you were in your mother's womb, and He also approved of you. And so, what Jesus, when He came to the earth, He kept saying, "Look within yourself. Look within yourself. The kingdom of God is within you." In other words, God's way of doing things, that's what the kingdom means. It means the kingdom domain. It is not really a geographical location, it is a metaphor for a location of where God is within you. He called the kingdom. The kingdom of God is within you simply means it's God's way of doing things. God has put His way of doing things on the inside of you. So if I want to know how God does things, I look within myself. And humans have been doing it since the beginning of time. They look within themselves. This was long before we had Bibles, long before we had books, long we had before we had pastors and teachers and all of the other things that we look to think that that's where we find God. No, these people are writing and preaching about a God that's within them. And so we have to look within ourselves. It's kind of reminds me of my childhood movie and that I saw called The Wizard of Oz. You had three, actually, there were four people in there. What was it? The Tin Man wanted the heart. The scarecrow wanted the brain, and the lion wanted courage, and Dorothy wanted to get back to Kansas. And at the end of the movie, they found that they had the ability to do it the whole time. They didn't have to find it in the wizard because they already had it within themselves. They had the heart, they had the courage, they had the brain, and Dorothy, all they had to do was to click her heels three times and she would be back in Kansas. And so it is with us. When we look for God, we don't need to look around. We look it within. And sometimes it's a premonition. Sometimes it's wisdom. Sometimes it's an urging. It's an unction. It's a gut feeling. It's a still small voice. And all of that is God. And what He is giving you in that still small voice, in that unction, in that wisdom, in that ability, is that He's giving you His power, He's giving you His wisdom, and He's giving you His ability to carry out the things that you need to do. And like Thomas, the writer of Thomas, one of his disciples of the book of Thomas, it never made it into the 66 books of the Bible, but I believe it's just as powerful if you ever read the book of Thomas. And he said, it's what's within you that will save you. It's what's within you that will save you. And if you don't use what's within you to save you, by not using it, it will destroy you. So the first place that I want to tell all of us, if that we, when we're looking for God and we're looking for wisdom, we're looking for direction, we're looking for understanding, we're looking for ability, we're looking for courage, we're looking for love. He said, look within you, Christ in you, the hope of glory. To love God, love yourself, and love others. That ability is within you. So I just want to encourage you to always first look within. Now, if this type of content is a blessing to you, we ask that you subscribe to our channel. We ask that you hit like and share or leave a positive comment because, again, we want to grow this digital community and get this word out that we're sharing a message. That's a right now word. A lot of times people, they want to get ready for heaven, but we're not in heaven. We're on planet Earth right now, and we need to know how to navigate and get through the challenges that we have here on Earth. And that's what we endeavor to do at this ministry. But back to our subject. First, always look within, because when you look within, that's where you will find God.